Honors 2026 Final PBL by Lucas Stelter. The first product is the Sony Walkman. It was introduced in 1979. It is the first portable personal music device, and it was revolutionary. It allowed people to listen to music anywhere, privately, and it defined the shift towards individualized entertainment in the 1980s. Overall, the Walkman changed how people experience music by making it portable and personal for the first time. The product. It's a portable cassette player, lightweight, headphones included. It had a simple design that focused on mobility, and it did not have a recording feature. It was purely for listening. The product was built around one idea: freedom to listen to music anywhere, which was new at the time. This is so important, and I'll explain why later. The price, $150, $500 today, but we don't worry about today. It wasn't cheap, it was targeted for a middle, upper class, and it was seen as a lifestyle product, not just a necessity. It did make it a symbol of status and lifestyle, but they knew that everyone would want one, and because they knew everyone would want one, they could push it a little bit more because it's revolutionary, because it's new, and it allowed for something brand new. You can choose what you want to listen to alone. They knew that people would pay more for it. Where it sold, electronic stores, retail chains, they expanded globally, and they had a strong presence in urban markets. Obviously, when you're selling technology or anything new, you're going for the areas with more people, and that's urban. Um, Sony distributed the Walkman worldwide, making it a global cultural product, not just an American one. Also, this is so important because when you have something new, your target demographic is really anybody, because everybody wants one, not just like this group or this group or this group. Everybody would want one. Um, their promotion, their marketing, it focused on freedom, youth, and independence. It showed people walking, biking, and being active, and it was marketed as a part of an active lifestyle. This is important because it didn't just sell that they could play music. It sold a new life that you could have. It sold a life where you could be who you are, where you can listen to music that you want to. Because for so many of these young people, myself included, partially of what defines you is the music you listen to. And they knew that, and they knew they could take advantage of it. And the consumers, teenagers and young adults, active social urban consumers, and people who valued individuality. And they targeted young consumers who wanted control over their own music and identity. Just as I said, um, if you don't have a personal taste in music, then who are you? Your taste in music is a very big piece of what defines you as a human, because it's one of the things that you get control over of, and this allowed that. This was that new thing that gave you that control. Um, yeah, the iPhone, released in 2007, it combined the phone, like a telephone, the internet, and apps. This was brand new, and it was so important. It defined the smartphone era, the one that we continue to live through now, and the one that we will be living through for the next years upon years until they come out with a new piece. But I don't think it will come out soon. Apple's too large of a company to not control that entire space. And based off the companies that are coming out as of lately, I don't think it will happen. And it did change communication, media, and daily life. It made it a lot easier, made it a lot more accessible overall. And yeah, like the bottom says, the iPhone didn't just improve phones; it completely changed how people live and communicate. The product, touchscreen smartphone, it combines the phone, camera, internet, and apps. Basically, just like an all-in-one piece of what everyone already had. Constant innovation, apps, FaceTime, and it's still happening now. Nearly 20 years later, they're still innovating. They're still coming out with new. They can always figure out a way to make it better. And just as it says, it stood out because it combined multiple devices. It made it worth it. Premium pricing, seen as high end and innovative, and payment plans made it more accessible. The same thing as the Walkman. Um, they knew people would pay for it. They didn't have to try to sell people on the price because everyone would want one. There's no question that people would buy them. It's literally brand new and life changing, and people will pay to change their life. It's sold in Apple stores online. You can also get them through carriers. That's just your cell service like Verizon, AT&T, those types. And they distribute it globally. Same thing as the Walkman. If you have something new and important and life changing, everyone wants their life to be easier. Everyone wants to change their own life, so they'll pay for it. Global promotion, clean, simple ads, focus on features. Keynote launches. Steve Jobs he's great. And heavy use of visuals and demonstrations. Obviously, because you need to demonstrate how to use a brand new piece of technology, especially one as complex as the iPhone. Consumer, broad audience, definitely. Young adults, professionals, tech-focused users, and people who value convenience and status. Everyone values convenience. Everyone, whether you like it or not, whether anybody likes it or not, they value status. And that's what they turn their brand into. I'm doing my final.
You good?
Mr. Salerno,
Oh.
I'm doing my final for him.
Oh, I'm sorry. Everything good?
That's what they turn the brand of the iPhone into. Once it's like the same idea of Nike. That's what it turned into, really, is people not necessarily judged you, but if you didn't have an iPhone, then like you're less than the people who don't, and that's what they turned the marketing into, which was genius. And it targets people who want efficiency, connection, and a modern lifestyle, and everybody wants efficiency. Everyone wants their life to be easier. And how each find their eras. The Walkman essentially just a precursor. It targeted individual freedom in music culture. And the iPhone kind of just took that idea, took everything else, and put it all together. It created a digital lifestyle and constant connection. It made connecting with people far easier. How marketing changed. Walkman, broad messaging, TV, print, lifestyle. In the iPhone mainly, it was targeted, digital, product focused, and brand driven. You drive that brand into their heads. The fact that you have status, you have symbol. If you use the iPhone, and the key difference between old marketing and new marketing is that old marketing sold the idea. Old marketing sold the idea behind what they could have. The idea of your freedom. The idea of a culture behind music, that individualistic culture. And people did want part of that idea. In modern marketing, they sold the experience in the ecosystem. That's why their marketing was more tech-driven, and they gave rundowns, as you can look back here. Apple ads focused on features. They wanted to show this new tech. Everyone wanted to be part of the new thing. And yeah, that's it.